Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeff. So in this video, we're gonna check out The8's contemporary art, Abyss. It's been a while since he put something like this out, and I've always loved him for giving us these kind of videos, these kind of art, this kind of choreography. I'm assuming there's gonna be choreography because of the contemporary aspect. For those that don't know, and those that are new to my channel, that contemporary is more of my forte. Contemporary, jazz, those kind of things are what I do better. So I can't wait to see what he does with it. It looks like it's gonna be a very photographic piece of video. It's about 4 minutes long, so we're gonna check out the entire thing and then I'm gonna dissect what I can. All right, let's get to it. Wow, that's beautiful. Is that a dream? That frame.
好像没有尽头。
Such a breathtaking. Ooh! Oh my god! That's such a great. Oh! That's a beautiful, delicate turn. Oh, even the dancers, look at them. So elegant. Look at those fingers. The formation. Ah! Yo! Oh my god, I can't breathe. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there are no words to this song. It's just instrumentation. It's even harder that way. Yeah, his movements are so delicate. Oh, that. Who choreographed this? The trembling. Synchronized. Look at the precision. Oh my god, he's combining his breakdancing skills with contemporary. Oh, I see. It was like sideways. Look at those arms. Beautiful. Oh. Oh no, the girl is gone. So symbolic. Wow. Sorry, I can't speak. Oh my god. Wow. Choreography by The8. Oh my god, and Cho Jae-hyuk. He co-choreographed. That's insane. That was just a beautifully, stunningly shot video with all the right aspects. And there are definitely some videos, like performance videos, that are put out there, and it's probably nowhere near the artist's fault, but they're shot so bad because you lose so much of the details of the choreography. And I don't like that. From a performer's perspective, it doesn't show off what I learned. And this is why I always prefer full cam videos because for dance practices, because that's what we want to see. We want to see the choreography. The facial expressions, that kind of performance aspect, we're okay with that for the live stages. For the music videos, that's fine. But for a full dance practice, if you want to show us choreography, it needs to be full length. Or if you're gonna shoot it in a certain way where you want it to be artistic, you still need to capture the essence of the choreography. What makes that choreography special? And one thing that a lot of videographers or directors, the way they can do that is to team up with a choreographer or the artist to really show off what they want to show off, basically. And that's what they did here. They captured all the details and the emotions of the choreography. There was no detail lost. I had some sort of interpretation of the message. I'm thinking it's about either loss, because the girl, he was doing all these things with the girl, and then next frame, she was gone. So I feel like there's a sense of loss theme-wise. It could also be just him dreaming and kind of going into that fantasy and then waking up to reality. Let's dissect this a little bit.
是梦，
It's like a dream.
是梦，
Or is it a dream? So it's probably more about the
沉睡
dream.
得太久，好像没有尽头。
Northern Light. Oh, the aspect that there are no words. In terms of choreography, in choreographing this, it would have probably been difficult. Because, for example, if I'm gonna do a lyrical piece and I want to choreograph for it, right? So I would listen to the lyrics and I'll be like, what are the lyrics saying? And then that kind of determines what I do with the choreography. But when it's just the piano, when it's just the music, I feel like there's not a lot you can go off of. It really just needs to be in your head, in your imagination, and that says a lot about their creativity. The8 and Jay and the other choreographer, I forgot already. The way they thought about it was probably just kind of rendered by the music and what they wanted the dance to be, rather than the choreography would be affected by the words. I'm having such a hard time explaining this because it's a difficult topic. It's a difficult thing to express. In basic terms, when you have no words in the song, it's harder to choreograph to when you're doing lyrical piece, contemporary piece, that kind of thing. Because usually, choreography, it's inspired by the words. So because there are no words, they have to think more. They have to be more creative to fulfill the essence of the song, of the dance. I hope that makes sense. With words, it's easier. With no words, it's harder. Okay? Jesus. So that transition was just flawless. And the director of this, damn, he's amazing. He understood the assignment, with that back flow and then mimicking it into real life, into real world by elevating him, by lifting him up. So I've always mentioned that when you're being lifted, you can't really just flop. You need to be controlled in a way so that the balance is there. For those that are new, I usually use this analogy. It's kind of like lifting a table versus a mattress. If you've ever tried lifting a mattress because it's flimsy, it's so hard. But when you're lifting a table or a flat surface that's a little bit more stable, it's easier to control. So basically the same thing with a human being. If you're lifting somebody who's flopping or kind of, just like that, just dead, it'll be harder to control because then weights kind of get distributed in different ways. But when you're controlled and stiffened but delicately, it's easier for the whoever's lifting you to lift you. That one, oh, it's just like that. It's almost like a pop. It's kind of the same idea when you're doing hip hop, like the you know, like the boom boom kind of thing. But instead of it being executed in a more kind of like swaggy way, you do it more like it's kind of like a throw. You know, it's all in the shoulder. So the hands for this, it's all here. I've mentioned it several times. The control needs to be in this so that your hands are not flopping. It doesn't look stiff. Because if you're holding it like all throughout your arms to your fingers like that, it's gonna appear stiff. But when it's just on the elbows, like kind of in this section, there's a little bit of sway. You know, when you're like those kind of moments, because the tips are your fingers, your hands. There's a kind of like pull that makes it a lot more delicate and smooth, because there's a difference. So if I control this, it's a little stiffer, but when I go like, you know, there's a little bit of kind of smoothness to there. So the way he's moving, you know, there's a sort of this kind of sway, right? But like he's moving in different directions. That turn is very satisfying, but difficult because his head is down. So normally when you're doing that many turns in a row, what people normally do, especially in ballet, is they spot. So it's kind of like they pick a section and then their eyes stay on there, and then they do the turn, and it's just like whip, 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 you know. But like your eyes always land on the same spot so you don't get dizzy. But like here, he's looking down. So, and he's traveling as well. So it was almost like a sacrifice to the dizziness. Here he starts to spot. He's kind of looking, and then he looks down. That one, so sharp, but there's a delicacy to it. Delicateness, delicacy. You can look at the emotion. See, like this is what I was saying about the whole choreography, the visual direction of the director, like the framing of the footage. They really captured what is happening with, like, you know, those kind of moments without losing the choreography. That one, I would have probably preferred to have seen it from the side, but I get what they're doing with it. I get it. I still see it. We didn't lose the choreography. We can still see that he was doing some sort of breakdancing move, like the windmill, and then spins, and he spins up. This one, I was like, oh my God, they're on the ground, but they're not. It's sideways. This is just the wall, and it was kind of like you're just like leaning, and then like you're pushing yourself out. And then he rolls. It's clever. Well, that's kind of it's so contemporary. This one was beautifully choreographed. Reminds me of waves in the ocean and like the weaving. Lots of ab work in that actually, because you're like, you know, like, look, because when you're like this, you're holding yourself up. So that's your abs right there. And then you can see it in the neck as well. You're like this, and then boom, boom. Like it's all abs there. That's a beautiful way to go out. Oh my God. It's so animalistic. That trembling. This one was so beautiful. The way, there are some moments where he's a little early, but the thing is, it's difficult. It's always been very difficult to fully synchronize contemporary because it's so free-flowing. And also because it's just the piano. That's also very difficult because then you're only going off the piano, you don't have the drums or the hi-hat or like all these other instrumentation where you kind of mark so that you know when to do that. Like it's just a millisecond, but it's okay. This one though, that's just gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous frame the way he did it. This, ooh, the dynamics in that, the turn, and then, oh, like that moment when he goes, oh, it's so precise. You know, you see it, the difference, like look at his neck positioning, and when the neck is elongated, your lines become longer, right? And like his lean, beautiful. There's a lot of turns. I like the turns. This one is more derivative of his breakdancing, and I love that he's able to incorporate that. He did that last time too, when he was in the woods. Kudos to the dancers as well. I'm glad there's partner work, because we don't usually get that, like a male-female partner work for idols. It's like a big piece of contemporary and lyrical. Like if you've seen like So You Think You Can Dance, you know, I'm really aging myself here. Way back, if there's a reality show called So You Think You Can Dance, where it's basically like American Idol, X Factor, that kind of thing, but it's for like dancers. And there would be people competing solo, but they would be partnered up. They would do different styles, different genres of dance, and it was just so beautiful when they would do contemporary. Definitely one of my favorites. Reminds me of this. So let's look. She's gone. Oh, that. He lets go and then he retracts. This one, look at that. The way his foot moved, that part, with the way it swayed, beautiful. Look. Kind of like Chinese traditional dancing, right? Look at that! It's hard to dissect because you just get succumbed into the beauty of the choreography. The thing about this is there's not... Oh, video director, Sunny Inspires. Good job. Amazing. The thing about this is, and the reason why I didn't really go onto my full camera there is because it's really hard to dissect this kind of piece because it's really more on the creative aspect and the art behind it and the emotion behind it. It's not really something that is too technical. When you're learning contemporary, for example, in lyrical, it's really more on your movement, and that's why it's best to have some sort of foundation like jazz and ballet, because it really does benefit you when you have a certain foundation of technical genres and then you go into more free-flowing, creative, non-technical genres like contemporary and lyrical. It's really more about the movement and the flowingness and the character of the dancer and the storyline. You know, all those things are also in jazz and ballet, but jazz and ballet has a very technical aspect to it that is like, this is how you do it. But for contemporary and lyrical, there's a lot of more freedom, which is one of the things why it's so beautiful. And Bing Han definitely, like him to just think of these things in the choreography aspect of it is genius. You know, there's a lot of things in there that I haven't seen, and I've seen a lot of contemporary dancing. His mind it just goes in different places where I'm like, what? You thought of that? You know, like not an offense to him. It's more like, damn, kudos, right? So thank you, Ming Hao, for your art. Well, thank you guys so much for watching with me today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, do like and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure you tick that notification bell so you don't miss any content from me. And if you'd like to get to know more about me, do check out my Instagram and Twitter down below.